Hello and welcome to Power Hour, whatever that means. I'm Erin Evans. You'll need a yoga mat, a wall for any inversions, and any props that you like. We'll begin our practice in extended child's pose. Taking the knees wide, big toes together, heels apart, arms out in front, and rest your forehead to the floor. Taking a few moments to land in the room, in your body. And if you have a sounding breath, start to activate that. Letting the inhalations and exhalations be longer than you traditionally do. Breath by breath, let the day fall away. Beginning first to acknowledge any excitement, fatigue in the body. And then put a question mark at the end of the sentence because we have no idea what's about to happen. You can come back to child's pose at any point throughout the practice. And on your next inhale, rising to all fours. And as you exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips into your first downward dog. Taking a few moments to walk the dog. Noticing the hamstrings straight out the gate, and again, everything is about to change. And once you've wiggled the body and you find a landing place, set the eyes. Awaken the musculature of the pelvic floor. And on your next inhale, extend your right leg directly up and point your toes. Reach through the fingers to extend the leg in the sky even higher. And then bending the knee, stack the hips, start to roll the side body open. Using the power of the left hand so there's no kink in the upper body. Take your eyes forward, step your right foot between your hands, drop your knee, point your toes, elevate your arms. Draw the knee forward, lift the arms up, ears in line with the bicep. Bring your fingertips to the earth, tuck your back toes under, straighten the front leg. Plug your femur bone back into your hip socket and leverage the chest forward. Take a bend back into that front knee, three-legged dog, send it high, and release your foot. Lift the opposite leg up, point your toes, extend through the arm bones. Set the eyes and then lift your leg even higher. Bend the leg in the sky and roll the hip open. Conscientious of the desire for the right shoulder to drop, press into the right finger pads. Take your eyes forward, step the left foot through, drop the back knee, point your toes, lift your arms. Again, the arms line up with the ears, the chest is buoyant. Feel the pinky toe tack down onto the floor as the left knee plunges forward. Bring your fingertips to the earth, straighten that front leg, flex your toes, and then float the chest. Take a bend back into that front knee, step to the top, lengthen, fold, stand tall, reach the arms high, look up, release your arms. Closing into the eyes and take a beat to find homeostasis, the optimal alignment of your bones. Perhaps you want to offer your practice up maybe to a friend. Maybe this is for your high self. And then opening the eyes, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, eyes forward, low push-up. Push the toes back, lift the heart. Flip your toes, lift your seat, downward facing dog for 5 breaths. 4, get more extension through the sideline of the body. 2, 1. Completing your exhale, eyes forward, feet forward, lengthen. Bow. Stand tall, look up. Release the arms. Just like that, arms up. Folded in, neck soft. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, eyes forward, low push-up. Push the toes back, lift your heart. Downward dog, take it back. A subtle internal rotation of the thigh bones. Find the big toes anchored, pinky toes anchored, and then perhaps the 3 toes in the middle lift. Completing your exhale, feet to the top, lengthen, bow, stand tall, arms up, release the arms. Last one, up, fold in, inhale, lengthen, step or pop back, low push-up, chaturanga, inhale, Urdhva Mukha, exhale, Adho Mukha, take it back. At the end of each posture in Sanskrit, we find the word asana. It translates as seat. So we're finding the seat of the posture, and it's a dignified seat, one of poise, completing the exhale, feet forward, lengthen, fold, stand tall, reach high, release your arms, bending into the knees, Utkatasana for 3. For 2, shoulders soft. Little bit lower. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, chaturanga dandasana. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha. Lift your right leg up. Step it or jump, switch it forward. Crescent lunge for 3. Pull the knee forward, kick the heel back, shoulders soft. 1. Hands to the earth, step back, low push-up. Pull it forward. Slide it back, left leg lifts, step or jump, switch forward, crescent for 3. 2, 1. Hands down, step back, low push-up. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha, slide back. Stay as you are, take child's, take dolphin, or forearm stand. You might like a wall. Wherever you are, lengthen inhale to exhale. 3, 2, 1. If you're upside down, come right side up. If you're child, stretch back, down dog. Completing the exhale, eyes forward, feet forward, lengthen. Bow. Sit low, Utkatasana, and fold back in. Clear the belly. Inhale, lengthen. Stepper hop back, low push up. Take it up, extend the front line. Take it back, right leg lifts. Step it or jump, switch it forward, rise up. Hands down, step back, heels high, lower. Take it up, slide it back, left leg lifts. Step it or jump, switch it forward, crescent. Hands down, step back, low push up. Ride the inhale, ride the exhale. Lift your right leg up. Step it or jump, switch it forward, crescent. Hands down, step back, lower. Spinal goes up, hips go up, left leg lifts. Step it or jump, switch it forward, crescent. Hands down, hips low, chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha, slide back. Feel the beating of the heart. Lifting up on the musculature of the pelvis and find poise. An elegance. Completing your exhale, eyes forward, feet forward, lengthen, bow, sit low, Utkatasana, Uttanasana, fold it in, Ardha, lengthen, Bakasana, crow, or a little squat at the top of the mat for 3, 2, 1, step or jump back, low push up, ride it up. Take it back. Lift the right leg up. Step it or jump, switch it forward, crescent. Warrior 2. Exalted warrior to hold, and you might want to pop your front heel up to add a little bit of fire. A little more intensity. The knee lunges forward as the right lung peels back. If the heel is up, drop it down, hands down, step back, lower. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha, left leg lifts. Step it or jump, switch it forward. Crescent. Warrior 2, open wide. Flip the warrior and then option to pop the heel as you lean back. Big full breath, get into the left side body. If the heel is up, drop the heel, hands down, step back, lower. Drag it up, slide it back, downward dog. Feel all 10 of the fingertips wide. Sitting bone elevated, but a subtle knitting together of the sitting bones. Click your left heel in, lift your right leg up. Bend the right leg in the sky. You might tent your left fingertips. You might reach back with the left hand to catch a grip. Kick the foot into the hand if you have the grip. 3, 2, 1. Perhaps without using that left hand, step the right foot forward. half moon. Left hand to the hip to the sky, or catch the foot in the sky and get a bind. Feel the big toe joint of the standing leg firm, shoulders drawn back. Take your eyes down, step it open, warrior two. Flip your warrior. Humble warrior, intertwine your fingers behind your back, right shoulder rests on the knee or the head comes to the floor. Rise all the way back up. Warrior two to crescent. Pop the heel. Stay with me, nice and low. Pull the low ribs together so the backside of the heart gets broad. If there's a shake or a stutter, welcome it. Standing split, tip it forward, option to invert or point the foot in the sky. Wherever you are, using that top glute as power. If you're upside down, release that right foot, step it open for triangle. Slide the hip. Right hand to the shin, ankle, or floor, and then eyes toward the thumbnail in the sky. Soft jaw. Twisted half moon, eyes down, tent your left fingertips, pick your left leg up. Right hand to the lower back, the sky, or catch the foot in the sky, similar to what we did in our one-legged dog. Smile the clavicles forward. If you have the foot, release the foot. Warrior three, come up. Squeeze the palms together, eyes set, foot in the sky, flexed. And then taking the back leg forward, wrap it for eagle and thread your left arm under. Pull your elbows away from your chest, hands away from the face, sink low. Find effort only where necessary and soften where possible. Untangle, it's a standing split to step back for half split or full, straighten it out. You might like blocks under your hands, blocks under your pelvis. Hands could rest on the floor or lift up. Drop the shoulders wherever you are. Pull the pelvic floor up. Sitting over on the right hip for Ashtavakrasana or a hip rock. Pull the left foot forward, give it a little shake. That might be more than enough. You might catch the knee on the back of the elbow joint, cross the ankles and pick it up. If you're flying, look toward your feet. And we'll take it back. Three-legged dog, left leg will be up. Dropping down onto the right forearm, funky headstand or funky pincha. Left hand lines up with the elbow joint. You might catch the left knee on the back of the arm as you take flight. You might even push your leg to the sky. Squeeze your thighs. The physical body becomes like a jungle gym. This body is better than any monkey bars I've ever been on. Releasing your flight, coming into a three-legged dog, left leg up. Eyes forward, left foot steps, Prasarita A, go to the long edge, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Some of you might have an inversion you like. You might want to flip the pelvis and bow the chest. Every exhale, we're looking for depth. Every inhale, up, out, wide. If you're upside down, release the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Catch the waist, stand all the way up. Twisted triangle, face the back. Square your hips, reach your left arm forward to the shin, a block, or the floor. You might start to revolve the heart open as you gaze to the thumbnail in the sky. Take your eyes down, twisted big toe on the right leg. Pull the left knee forward, take the knee or the foot and swivel. Inhale, height. Exhale, revolution. Take the eyes forward, warrior three, hands to heart center. And we'll step it open for warrior two, facing forward. Flip your warrior extended side angle, elbow to knee or hand inside the foot. Some of you will bind, you might fly, you might go traditional side angle. Let your eyes be the completion of the posture, meaning the extension and the direction you want it to go. If you're flying, step down, step back. Untangling the arms for that lunge. Drop the back knee, arms float. Left hand to the low back, let it travel to the heel as you Charlie Chaplin your front leg, your left leg. You might pull that right shoulder bone forward and then roll it in. Pinky finger goes down. Twisted side angle, pull it up, hook the right elbow over the left knee. You might work a prayer. You might open the arms, you might bind. Pull the navel center back as you rotate your shoulders, your eyes. Take the eyes down, side plank on the right, anchor through the right palm, right foot. Left foot could go down or elevate up. Shoulders drawn down the back, toes alive. Eyes down, hands down, chaturanga, look forward. Urdhva Mukha, take it up. Adho Mukha, take it back. Clip your right heel in, lift your left leg up and bend the leg in the sky. You might tent the right fingertips, you might reach back to catch the foot and then tighten the bow. Perhaps Perhaps without using the hand in the sky, you step the left foot forward, half moon, rise up. Right hand to the hip, to the sky. Maybe catch the foot in the sky as you start to lean your ears back. If you're all tangled up, untangle the bind and step it open, warrior two. Flip your warrior for humble warrior. Intertwine the fingers, rest your shoulder on your knee or bring your head toward the floor. Solid breath. Use your inner thighs to pick you up. Warrior two, stay with me. Crescent, square off the hips, shoulders soft, plunge that front knee forward. Standing split, tip it, option to invert or keep folding into that left leg. Whatever the choice is, the eyes are set, pelvic floor alive, and know that your choice is a righteous one. It's a perfect one. Listen to the sounding quality of the breath. Stay with your rhythm. If you're upside down, release that left foot, rise up for Trikonasana triangle. Left hand to the shin, a block or the floor, top arm up. Scan your face, your mouth. So the face will often give us away. So we want the face to be so sweet, gentle, unfazed. Twisted half moon, eyes down, tent your right fingertips, left hand to the low back. You might bend the leg in the sky, catch the foot, tighten the bow, chest up. If you're bound, release the bind, warrior three, float up. Set the eyes, activate the back leg, thigh draws in. And then eagle pose, wrap the back leg around and thread the right arm under. Notice where the eyes have landed and set them. Softer shoulders, brighter fingertips. Gently untangle for a standing split. And then step it back for half split or full, peel back. You might go all the way down. You might have some support system like blocks or blankets. Go to the place in the body where there's a lot of tension and see if by exhaling you can release the grip. Ashtavakrasana, sitting over on the left hip, swing the right leg around and give it a little rock. And this might be where you stay, just rolling that hip like there's butter in it. Some of you might move to Ashta, crossing the knee over the elbow joint, squeezing the legs together. Let the breath remain unfazed. And we'll end up in a three-legged dog with the right leg up. So however you want to get there. Funky headstand or funky pincha. Drop the left arm to the earth. Right hand lines up with the elbow joint. Your head could be down or up. Hook the knee on the back of the arm and maybe elevate those legs. If you're upside down, return to your three-legged dog. Eyes forward, right foot steps, Prasarita A, come through midline, lengthen. Over and in, skull heavy. Again, if you wanted to invert or if you're working a bind, you might do that. Have a little play with your feet, whether you're right side up or upside down. Transfer the weight a millimeter. A big inhale lifts the heart, catches the waist as you stand up for twisted triangle facing the back. Square the hips, reach the right arm forward, take it to the shin or the pinky toe edge. Get wild and rambunctious in your chest because the base is set. Keep drawing the belly button back to the spine. Take the eyes down, twisted big toe, standing up on the left knee, take the knee or the edge of the foot. Keep rotating the eyes, spinning the torso. How stable can you get when things get shaky? The eyes come forward, warrior 3, hands to heart center. Put warrior 2 facing forward in your mind's eye and then step it open, warrior 2. Flip your warrior for side angle facing forward, elbow to knee or hand inside or outside the foot. If you bound last time, you can do that again. If you flew, you can do that again. Remember, the eyes give us a direction to the shape, so they're the extension of the posture. If you're in birds of paradise, step down, step back. If you're tangled, untangle, hands down, drop the back knee, arms float. Take the right hand to the small of the back, track it to the heel, and then Charlie Chaplin that front foot. How far can you lean back without losing the integrity and balance of the legs? Twisted side angle, pull it up, hook your left elbow over your right knee. You might bind, you might open the arms, you might stay in prayer. Squeeze the heel to the midline. It'll often flare or cross over. Find it in space and neutralize it. Take your eyes down, unravel, side plank on the left, spin it open. Your foot could come down, it might elevate up. A tempo to the breath, a rhythm to your breath. Eyes down, hands down, chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha, take it back. Child's pose, forearm stand or handstand. Find the shape that calls to you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're upside down, right side up, sit back, child's pose. So we've been here before, but everything is different now. Check the state of your body, the state of your mind. Find something that is truly compelling. The sweat at the nape of the neck, the sounding exhale, the temperature of the floor beneath. Something compelling enough to pull you into the present moment. And slowly rising back up, downward dog. Gently walking your hands back to your feet to catch your big toes, your angustas. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Let your head shake no, let your head shake yes, and let your midbrain get heavy. Inhale to lengthen. This is side crow. You might do it from headstand. You might do it from the top. So my headstanders, you'll go to headstand. My people in a squat, you'll spin your knees over to the right. Hook your knee on your elbow and then lean it forward, maybe picking yourself up. Parsvabhakasana, 3, 2, 1, releasing the flight, headstanders back to headstand. Then we'll swivel our knees to the opposite side to lift up or snuggle in, Bakasana, Parsva, side. 2, 1, headstanders return to headstand. Flyers come through center. Bring your feet hip distance apart and put your hands under your feet. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Fold it in, massage the wrists. Attempting to activate the glutes, which will internally spiral the thighs and draw the chest closer to the thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Release the hands from the feet. Walk forward, downward dog. Lift your left leg up. Left knee crosses over to the right wrist. It's fallen triangle or Vishvamatrasana. You might catch the foot, peek underneath the armpit. Send the leg high, 3-legged dog, and then step it between the hands and walk your way through center. Inhale, lengthen for middle splits or frog pose. Frog pose, the knees will bend at a 90. This is living. 3, 2, 1. Release your bottom to the earth. Upavishta Konasana. Legs come wide as you fold over. Attempting to get your pubic bone to the floor, chest to the floor, maybe chin to the floor. Use the legs pulling together as a lever to push your hands against them. Rising all the way up, lift your legs up, catch the edges of the feet, throat is open, eyes back. So you'll either lower your feet, returning to that standing wide-legged, or you'll lift yourself up, TT Basin, maybe go full handstand if there's no wall. Lower the feet to the earth, lengthen. Catch the waist, stand up. Pivot your toes to face your right leg, Parsvottanasana. Catch opposite elbows, an upside down prayer or full prayer, lengthen and fold. Every inhale, the crown of the head reaches toward the foot. Every exhale, drop. Play your edge, whether that's muscularly with the breath or with the depth. Standing split, no hands, shift the weight forward. You could release a hand and use it as a kickstand, or keep the bind, point the toes in the sky. 3, 2, 1. Release your hands to the earth, a seated twist. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Take the leg in the sky and snuggle it behind your ankle. Reach the right hand behind the back, left elbow catches the knee. If you're working some sort of a bind, feel free to do that. Untangling the twist to come into a figure 4 shape. So we'll move into dragonfly, and for some of us, a figure 4 will be perfect. Otherwise, you'll start to stand up on the bottom leg, pop up onto the tippy toes. That could be more than enough. You might hook your right elbow on the sole of your foot and then step on your arm and lift your leg up. 3, 2, 1. Releasing down, Navasana, boat pose. Pull your thighs to your chest, enliven the toes. 3, 2, 1. Upaya Padangustasana. Catch your big toes. Similar to that wide-legged, lean your head back and you're pushing your toes against your fingers, fingers back against your toes. Gently release this shape. It might be a little crow vinyasa or a step back, meeting in downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Sweep it through for fallen triangle, or you might catch the foot for Vishvamitrasana. Gazing underneath the armpit, leg reaches nice and high. 3, scissor the inner groin together. 2, 1, send it high, 3-legged dog. And step your foot between your hands. Come to the long edge of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Catch the waist. Stand all the way up. Prasarita C. Arms float open. Intertwine your fingers as you start to fold forward. Prasarita C, you might like a wider stance. Play with the weight in the big toe joint. The big toes are incredible. They got you. And a big inhale stands you all the way up. Catch catching the waist and pivoting to face forward. Catch opposite elbows, a prayer, lengthen. Over and in, Parsvottanasana, pull up on the arch of the foot you're looking at. Get weighty in the skull, get light in the pelvis. Standing split, no hands. Shift the weight to the left foot, elevate the right. So hands are fine. You could release them to the ground and tent your fingers. Set the eyes on an imperfection. That's another point of contact. 2. 1. Release your hands to the floor. Ardha Matsyendrasana, that seated twist. Lower your knee. Sit back behind your heel, left hand behind the back, right elbow catches to spin the torso. Use a lever system, so the elbow that's touching the knee will help rotate the chest. The eyes come forward, untangle to a figure 4 shape. Coming into dragonfly or stay as you are, rise up. I like to rise to my tippy toes, a little extra space. Take the sole of the foot to the back of your arm, and maybe you pick the bottom leg up. 3, 2, 1, release your bottom down, come back the way you came, Navasana. Inner thighs tight. So it's the back side of your sitting bones, behind your tailbone, low back. Catching your shins or your heels and fold it in. Inhale, lengthen. It's a crow to get you back or a step back. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a couple moments, feel the hands, feel the feet, what a ride. So if you have blocks and you're practicing your jump throughs, you might do that. Otherwise, however, through to a seat. Take the right leg back, crown chasana, left knee to the chest. You might have the luxury of catching your ankle or your foot. Fold in. Feel the toes on the right foot, controlling your balance, and the right knee anchored down. Check your shoulders if there's grip. Inhale, lengthen, half Navasana, arms float. Eyes to the big toe in the sky. Turning this into a twist, the right hand catches the edge of the foot, the left arm spins behind. So you might bend your knee, you might even rest your fingers on the earth. Take the eyes forward, the left leg bends. It could be a half lotus or it'll touch your thigh. Take your right hand across, take your left hand behind your back or catch your big toe in a lotus grip. Set the eyes and then start to play with their revolution. Could you take them farther behind? Find out where they land, what feels like a comfortable gazing point so we can reference next twist. Take the eyes forward, untangle. If you have a half lotus, keep it. Otherwise, the foot stays tucked in. Step the right foot forward, Marichyasana B. Reach the right arm around that knee. You might catch your shirt, a finger, some wrist. I'm from Saskatchewan and there's lots of grasshoppers there. So I imagine I'm the shape of a grasshopper. My knee is behind my shoulder. Inhale, rise up. Release the shape. So this is either a cross-legged position or a lotus position. And this is called the Victoria's Secret jump back. And the idea is that you're taking the tissue of the breasts or the pecs and you're squeezing them together. Can be done cross-legged or with lotus. The hands go wide, elbows under the ribs. As you pick it up, untangle and vinyasa. You could also push back, downward dog. All the way through to a seat, crown chasana, left leg back. Lean back on the sitting bones, draw the knee to the chest. You might elevate the leg and catch your foot. Lean the throat back, plug the femur bone in, eyes bright, mouth soft, fold. Feel the toes on the left leg start to grip the floor like a ballerina on point. Inhale, lengthen, Ardha Navasana, half boat, extending the foot. The gaze is to the big toe joint. Take a look at your toenail, the alignment of the foot. Turning it into a twist, catch the edge of the foot, spin the right hand behind the back. You might lower it, keep revolving. Know the tendency is for that right leg to zipper over to the left, so work it to the edge of your mat. Take the eyes forward, bend the leg in the sky. It's either a half lotus or it crosses in front. The left hand reaches across, right hand behind the back. Now play with your drishti. How much of a revolution can you get? Is it the same spot or farther on this side? Take your eyes forward, untangle, Marichasana B. Step your left foot forward, lotus or no lotus, reach the left arm forward and bind around that knee joint. You might use a strap, reaching the forehead to the floor if that works, chin. Mula Bandha, pelvic floor lifting up to support you tipping forward. Inhale, rise up. We'll untangle the arms. It's either cross-legged or lotus. You could do that Victoria's Secret jump back, or I call this one the forklift. My knees will catch on the backs of my wrists and they'll slide to my armpits or the backs of my arms. And then vinyasa, take it back. Dropping down onto the knees, Ustrasana camel. There'll be two of these, your depth. You could take child's or cat-cow. Push the pelvis forward, reach back, maybe catch the ankles. The heads of the arm bones roll forward. Feel the toes grip the floor, support you to pull the legs forward. And all the way up. Child's pose or a headstand from second. Use a wall if this feels overwhelming, or go to one you know. Tops of the hands on the earth coming directly out from the shoulders. Firm the glutes. Hollow the low belly, so whatever the choice is, the eyes are set, the breath is steady. 3, 2, 1. You might flip your palms and take a vinyasa back or stretch back, downward dog. Dropping down onto the knees, second round, last round. Maybe a deeper variation, maybe cat-cow or child's. Go for it. Camel, Legu Vajrasana, Kapottasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rising all the way up, child's, or one more headstand from second. The hands catch the biceps in front of the face. The head is down as you rise all the way up, finding your elevation. Reaching up through the toes, toning the glutes. Navel center is back. Long in the low back, legs alive. And you might untangle the arms to vinyasa out, or you'll stretch back, downward dog. Pull yourself forward into a high plank all the way down onto the abdomen and all the way down onto the back. Supta Baddha Konasana, bottoms of the feet together, hands on the abdomen or the earth. Take an inhale. Feel the residue. Feel the gift, and don't miss this moment. Note the temperature in the room. Notice your physical body in space, supported by the earth. And then use your hands, bring your knees together, contract, little package. And then take the arms out wide, let the knees fall to the left, eyes to the right. You might like to close the eyes to signal to the body and the brain that we're starting to close her down. Feel the sweet way your feet touch each other. Eyes through center, knees through center, opposite side, let them fall. And there might be a discrepancy side to side, good information. Eyes through center, legs through center, big squeeze. And lie on your back for final relaxation. Set it up to fully surrender. Jaw slack, body effortless. Let go of any holding in the mouth, in the breath. You might notice a buzz or a vibration in the body. We are sending prana, chi, life force to places in the body that are often neglected or forgotten. Fingers, toes, pelvic floor. And now, bask in the residue. Feel free to stay in shavasana as long as you like. Otherwise, rising up to a seat. Thank you for your practice. May our practice in some way benefit all beings everywhere.